Welcome to the Famously Local podcast. Local, not local, but famous around these parts. You are on the air with the hostess with the mostest, sharing the good news that you can use as we talk community awareness and keep you in the know. I am Angela McNeil Woods, aliasly known as that Laurel Hill girl. And today, fam, woo, let me tell you, we are excited to present. I'm gonna make sure I don't murder any names or nothing else today. Okay, we have Miss Tyeasha
Vanburen.
Vanburen, founder, CEO of Tai Chi Productions LLC, which entails videography, photography, okay, podcaster, producer, etc., etc., etc. Woo! Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you because I know you're a busy lady. And I've just been so blessed just to have all this beautifulness.
Yeah.
Building.
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, Tyeasha, before you were an award, which you guys may not know, she is an award-winning podcast host, award-nominated videographer, okay, and visionary CEO again of Tai Chi Productions. I'm saying that. I want y'all to go ahead and go to Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Tai Chi Productions. Everything is Tai Chi Productions. I try to keep it easy.
All right. Now, you were all those wonderful things, and you still are, but you also were among the ranks of the few, the proud, honey, the United States Marine.
Come on now.
Girl, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. And you know what? You the first female I know is Marine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know any. I know a couple of ladies that was in the Army, you know, and they bad. You know? Yeah, they still know how to do their thing, you know, and you still know how to do your thing.
Oh, of course. My daughter laughs at me all the time because she'll see me looking at people out the corner of my eye. She said, "It's fine. I'm just watching."
Oh my God. I'm a walk the tight line, okay? Now, so do you still have that strict workout regimen?
I do actually. I'm in the gym before 5, Monday through Thursday.
You said before 5? So you waking up at what time?
4. My first alarm goes off at 4. I try to get there by 4:30, 4:45.
Wow, that's good. I love motivation. You see, I need this in my life. You know.
I don't like not feeling well.
Yeah.
So keeping active is, you know, especially when you have such a fast pace with life and you're always doing things, you've got places to go. Like, I'm finding that's how I can stay focused and have energy to get through the entire day.
Good. I love that. I love that. Now, Tyeasha, you already know I'm gonna ask you now. Are you a Carolina's baby?
I am a Carolina baby, born and raised. Well, not born technically.
Okay.
But raised. You know, it's only because my city didn't have a hospital. You had to go to the next city, which is in another state.
You're trying to tell me it was that rural?
It wasn't that. Well, not really. Just, you know.
Mine was rural. Route 2 Box 191. You know, I'm glad they changed all of that. Lord have mercy. Like, what is that? What in the world is that? XX? You know what I'm saying? So what city?
North Augusta.
Where in the world is that?
Have you heard of Augusta, Georgia before?
Yes.
Across the street and around the corner.
Okay.
You literally can be on I-20 and just go from North Augusta into Augusta and you don't even realize it.
Okay, so from here, how many hours is that?
From here, I'm not in Charlotte. About 2 hours.
Really?
It's not far.
I don't know. Because, see, I'm thinking Georgia. That's what it is.
It's not far.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is good.
So born in Carolina girl, born and raised. You know, I'll sometimes say I'm a Georgia Lina girl just because I was born there. Lina. But, you know,
you've been going chat, man. Georgia Lina, okay? Y'all don't steal it, okay? So, I like that. When I hear stuff, I'll be like, woo.
Oh, I like that.
That's good. Now, so what were you doing before you got into your magnificent venture?
Oh, that's a loaded question. First of all, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, so I've had like 22 careers before I hit 40.
You're not alone. She's not alone.
So how far back you want me to go?
Let's go right before you started this venue. What were you doing? Were you corporate?
Well, to be fair, I've always done more than one thing at a time.
Okay.
So even if I had a job, I was always working on something else on the side. So I think before I officially started the business, I was working. I was doing fitness full time, actually, back then. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what you mean doing fitness full time? You instructor?
Yeah. As an instructor, I was the first African American master trainer for an international program called Pound Fitness.
Wow.
And then I left that and created my own called The Muse Experience, which I'm still expanding.
Okay.
And then I taught locally all over the Southeast.
Look at that.
Yeah. And I still travel a little bit and teach.
That is awesome. I'm sitting up here just thinking audio production. This woman, this Jewel, this Jim, y'all see what we're talking about.
Thank you.
That's good, man.
You know, I was sitting down asking myself, because people ask the question, well, you know, what are you most passionate about? And I hate that question because I'm multi-passionate.
Right.
And so I said, okay, like, how can we rein this in, Tyeasha?
Yeah, yeah.
And a few years ago, I rebranded myself as Tyeasha Wonder, Woman of Many Wonders, because one, I have a Wonder Woman obsession. And two, I feel like since I'm multi-passionate, then I'm like, I got all these wonders going on, right? Because you think, okay, just like you said, media production, and I just hit you with fitness, and then I'm also an award-winning within the group actress. So like, always have stuff going on. So I came up with the vision to everything that I put my hands on, it has to entertain, educate, and inspire. And if it doesn't fit in those three, we don't do it.
The 3 E's. Do it again.
Entertain, educate, and inspire.
Love that. That's good. Okay. All right. Now, so because I'm very inquisitive and I was being a little nosy, you know, I saw where you mentioned that you love being creative. All right. So because so this is one of your happy places specializing in audio and production. Now, I know. So right now, I know 2 awesome people, including yourself. We recently interviewed Jaden Campbell, so he does audio and production too. But you guys are still, your fields are a little bit different, you know, and I love that. And so, I'm loving the fact that I have some go-tos. Y'all have some go-tos.
I love it.
Yeah, world, you have some go-tos. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now, tell us briefly about Tyeasha Productions. What all does that entail?
So Tyeasha Productions is really the what I like to call the media hub for the entrepreneur, or what I call the goal digger, GOAL digger, right? You have big goals, you're trying to figure out how to do it. As far as media goes, I've done a great job with understanding how to tell stories, whether that be through visually or through audio. So anything that a new entrepreneur needs as far as media, if it's getting an audiobook, say you're an author and you need an audiobook, or you want to start a podcast, or you just need some pictures, or for your event, or for your book signing, or you need visuals for anything that you're promoting. And then we are also getting into the world of film this year.
This is
very exciting.
This is good.
So anything to make dreams a reality. That's what we focus on at Tyeasha.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I love it because you're in the Queen City. Okay. And we'll get to your space. We're going to talk about your beautiful space. Oh, space is. And but so that's good to know that people can go, they can find you through your Instagram page, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll dive deeper. So how long have you been doing the production business?
Officially for 4 years. Unofficially, how old is my kid? 14. Unofficially 9 years.
Wow. Okay. This is good. So you in the trenches with this. Yeah. Now, so how did you come up with the cool name?
I honestly don't remember.
What?
I don't. But my nickname is Ty, always has been. And at the time, I had Practical Wellness with Ty, which is a mouthful. I don't know why I had that long business name. So I wanted everything to be a play off of Ty. I don't remember where the chi came from, but it worked. Yeah. And then I thought at one point, my very first logo, if you look at some of my very early videos on YouTube, there's like a ninja slash. I thought it's real comical now because it kind of fit that chi part.
I thought you were Oriental for a minute. Yeah, but I love it. This is good.
It fits. And then when I thought about it and I dug into, I love meanings of things. Yeah. And I looked into the meaning of chi, and it's basically like balance, which I thought was hilarious because one, I'm a Libra and I love everything I do has to be balanced. You know, I work hard, but then I also have to play hard, and I also have to rest hard. Like there has to be a balance, or I don't want to do it. And so when I think about the business being balanced, it's okay. How can we can do this amazing video, but what's the purpose of it? So trying to help keep my clients also grounded and even, has been a big thing.
I bet. Now, when you started the business, did you self-teach yourself, or you went to school, or how did that?
A little bit of both. Okay. Some of it's self-taught, and honestly, the whole business is an accident. Yeah. The whole business is an accident.
That's always the coolest thing about businesses and meeting the artists and different ones, and just like
it was not supposed to be a business. I will preface it by saying I've been obsessed with Spike Lee and like his vision of how he would put things together my entire life. Like not just his visuals, but also he's a lot of Terrence Blanchard's work. See how nerdy I am? And I love how they've always done a great job with putting things together where the perfect music and the perfect visual. It's just, it's always so great.
Perfect.
So
come on, Spike, I miss you. Right? Yeah, come on. Not to say he's just jumped off.
He's just you know. But we have Ava now at least, and I love Ava.
Yeah, it was good.
I love Ava.
Really good.
My daughter had just gotten born, and so this was 14 years, almost 15 years ago. Jesus. And I wasn't
driving yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Get ready.
I know. I wanted to put something nice together to thank people that came together because it's my ex-husband and I's first child. We didn't have family where we were. Okay. And he at the time was a music director at a church. So them knowing we didn't have family around, they really came around and brought food and gifts and everything that we needed. And I was like, okay, I can't repay these people, but how can I give them a nice thank you? Yeah. So I said, well, why don't I do a video? And I sat down. Now this is 2010, so this was not like it is now where smartphones were doing videos.
Right. Yeah.
I took my MacBook Pro that I had because I was going to school at the time, and put together this video showing pictures and videos of me and my ex-husband, you know, from kids to us being together. We're both Marines, so some of our Marine pictures, and then you know the pregnancy, the snow, because she's a snowpocalypse baby.
Love it. I love it.
And I put this video together, and people are like, "Oh my God, Ty, did you do that?" And I was like, "I don't know, I just did it." And you know,
what was that then though? Like when you think about editing,
it was iMovie. I did it with iMovie.
Oh, iMovie was out then.
Mm-hmm. I think it was still new then.
Okay.
But yeah, it was iMovie.
Okay, you a bad girl.
And I had the music and everything. I can't remember what the first song was, but then it switched to "Isn't She Lovely?" Oh. And people were like, how did you do that? I don't know. I just did it. Yeah. And I did it, and I didn't think anything else of it. Yeah. Some years passed, and unfortunately, I was dating this abusive guy who was trying to be a rapper, although he's terrible. And I'm not saying that because he's abusive. He's just really a terrible rapper.
that part.
Just really. Yeah. And the guy that he was using to do his videos just didn't have time to do his videos. Okay. And he said, I think you could do this. Okay. And he had bought me a GoPro for Christmas because he saw me drooling over it. And I took that GoPro and I made 3 incredible videos. One of them went kind of viral for its time because this was some years ago. And I didn't know what I was doing. No one had ever taught me how to edit fully. Yeah. But I knew the sound part, just having been in music my whole life. So just put it together, and then I said, well, maybe I have something here.
Yeah. That's good. See, I love it.
It was a complete accident.
Yeah. So, look, okay. So no business plan, just fell in here. Started. I love that. Okay. All right. Now, so what? When you think back, what was some of your first equipment that you purchased? Other than your GoPro.
Yeah, I had the GoPro. I had the GoPro drone. That's funny. I still have it actually.
What? Does it work?
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I just don't use it.
It's in the closet.
It's in the closet. Gosh, one of my first purchases. I know I bought a Panasonic Luminix some years ago. I was really proud of that being my first like real camera.
Okay.
You
still have it?
No, I sold it.
No.
I upgraded and sold it.
We'll let you slide with the upgrade.
You know. I just didn't want it to sit.
Yeah. Okay.
What else? That's probably it. And then buying the Rodecaster Pro and then all the mics. That was a big. We're really doing this moment.
Yeah. Now, so do you advise people to start small?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think we have this grand idea of how things should go and how we want things to go, and you can kill your vision before you get started trying to make things too big. Just start small and then you can always grow it. But if you go too big, it's hard to
pull it back.
It
sure is. It definitely is. Now, when you think back, think about three things that you did to start the production company. Did you learn? Did you have to learn? I know you talked about filming coming on now. Did you have to learn that or more about videography or networking? How does?
Well, to be fair, my bachelor's is in entertainment business. So the business part I didn't worry about too much. It was like, how can I execute the creative part? I did a little bit of training in audio. And everything else has been self-taught for the most part.
Don't you love YouTube too?
Oh yeah.
Good. So good.
YouTube and TikTok. You can learn a lot on TikTok.
Yeah. I gotta get into. If I can get past Uncle Daddy, I might be on to something. But see, I'll be sitting there laughing at him and his, and that's why I can't focus. I need to get focused. Wow. So the gist is, people basically want you. They hire you to tell their story. Okay. This is good. So how advantageous would it be to use you as a production team on a project? How advantageous would that be?
It would be very much so, because one of the things that I understand very well, maybe it's through training, maybe it's just been through a lifetime of entertainment, because that's just where my heart has been since forever. I really understand when you're telling your story, I understand how to pick apart the pieces that people will really resonate with and what really would work as far as marketing goes. I have another degree in marketing. So it's like, okay, I can pull this part of your story out. We can market this. This is how we make this visually. This is who your audience is. And a lot of times I have clients that come in and they have the vision and they know what they want to do, but they don't know who they're talking to. They don't know where any of it needs to go, and they don't know how to execute the dream. So
you do all of that.
I just say, okay, well, what do you want to do? All right, this is what I suggest, and this is how we do it.
You're qualifying them. You're asking them questions.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Because now I know you put together some honorary videos. What was that? Carolina Music Awards.
I did.
Okay. Commercials. Second annual fashion show. And I love the fitness videos.
Thank you.
Now,
Now it makes sense.
Yes. Wow, and those videos, honey, those fitness promos, I was in there dancing. You just had me hyped. I didn't know the young lady, a couple of them that you had video, but they made me want to go sign up.
One of those, Bruce, in Augusta, Georgia, his video consistently makes me money because people don't know is that was one of my first promo videos, and I shot it with the GoPro.
No way.
And when he asked me to do it, I told him, I said, listen, I've never done this before. I've never done a promo video before, but I understand how this works. And that video still makes me money to this day.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Now, so is there an initial consultation?
Yes.
Okay, when you meet your clients. All right. How about a service agreement?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, with that being said about the service agreement, we're gonna dive in that service agreement because me and my husband, we do child entertainment, so we have a service agreement, and I always joke about the fact, I put certain things in that clause, because people may not, they may skip some things when it comes to the logistics of it. We'll get back to it. Now, so is there a timeline for producing the videos, or is it based on the type of project?
It depends on the project.
Okay.
because some things can take a month. Some things might take a lot more time.
Okay.
So it's just depending on what they need. Like, hey, this is the reasonable expectation of how long this is going to take, depending on what they need.
Okay. Okay. And are there packages that you offer when it comes to videos, or is it just individual what the company is looking for? Because they may not want promos, right? But they want a commercial.
And I've done them all. So I just kind of depends on what people want. And I know some people say that's the untraditional model.
Right now, Tyeasha. So when I was talking earlier, I spoke about the service agreement, right? So am I correct to say that the 3 C's of communication is clear, concise, and consistent?
Come on now.
Okay, because when I say I'm a face paint foreheads and the cheek art, okay, I didn't say after the baby go get in the bouncing house and come back out the sweat. We're gonna do a redo. You're not gonna keep doing that now, okay? So you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's good to be clear, concise.
Absolutely. And I do communications for a living full time. So I'm always big on people understanding, like, hey, this is not legal jargon. This is clear. So you understand exactly what you're getting. This is what you're paying for.
Right.
You're not paying for 8 videos. You're paying for 1 video. Just one.
Right. For this amount of time. Right. That's good. That's good business lingo. You have to have it, because I'm telling you, if you don't, it's easy to go left, right? And so, have you ever had to deal with any difficult or problematic? That's an understatement. You don't know nobody like that. No way.
Unfortunately for me, my heart used to be bigger than my brain, and I would take clients knowing full well I probably shouldn't.
Your gut, that instinct tell you don't. Yeah.
I had a client one time that she wanted a video for her daughter was getting married. It was in the Augusta, Georgia area. And at the time I was using Thumbtack. Don't really recommend Thumbtack, but I was using Thumbtack, and the reason I don't like it is because I had a price in there for editing, and then I had a price in there for the videography. Well, a person could go in and they need editing services, but they really need videography, but they're already seeing one amount. So in their mind, they have one amount, and editing is way cheaper than the actual videography part.
Right.
For the record.
That's right.
And so when she reached out to me, she's kind of got this expectation of how much she's going to pay. And I'm like, well, you know what? Since I can go hug my mama, it's fine. It was a hot mess.
Was it?
Because the wedding went from, I knew it was a small wedding. It went from indoor to outdoor. That area usually doesn't get cold, but it was a rare time that it was freezing.
Really?
They didn't tell us it was outside. So I was halfway, I think I was in Colombia when I got the text saying, oh, we're moving the wedding back outside. And I'm like, me and my daughter had on maybe 3/4 sleeve shirts, not what we needed for that type of cold.
Yeah.
And everything was a mess. And then after the fact, I told her, I said, hey, this is how long it's going to take for me to get your video done. And that lady, she paid me a fraction of what I would have charged for a wedding video. And that lady harassed me till the day.
That's not good.
And this was maybe 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
And she actually wrote the Better Business Bureau on me and said that she didn't get what she paid for. And I said, ma'am.
Crazy. I know all about it. That's why I them 3 C's.
But you know what that taught me? I had to take it as a lesson, because one part of me is like, I'm closing my business. I'm not doing this anymore. It taught me a valuable lesson of never lowball your talent.
Stay right there.
You're going to get if she, I don't remember what she paid me now, but whatever that amount was so little for her, and she had these huge expectations. That's kind of when you lowball people, that's what you get.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately.
Lesson learned.
Unfortunately, it was a good lesson though.
It's a good lesson. That's right.
It's a good lesson.
That's right. Because what is it? Either you learn it or you repeat yourself.
This is true.
Yeah. Now I want to talk. Let's talk about having a place for people to record. Do you still have your space?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I did downgrade. I had 2 suites.
Yeah.
I downgraded to 1.
They were gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
We went to visit, and I'm so glad they let us see the spaces. I don't know who the artist was. One of them, because you have a huge art piece on one of them. Looks like an afro.
Oh yeah, I stole that from my daughter's room. I forgot the name of the artist.
Really?
But yeah.
Did somebody build that platform for you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So people can rent that. Right. Okay. We'll get into. I found that for myself. Okay, but we're gonna get into that now. So this is good to know that she rents spaces. So if you're needing a place to do your podcast, you can also reach out to her. For that, not just for audio or production, but she's giving you all of these goodies, you guys.
I have all the professional grade mics. I got the Rodecaster Pro in there, and then I can set up the camera for you if you want to do video.
Yes.
So I really just wanted to create a nice space because everyone doesn't want to do a podcast in their home, or they might just need a different aesthetic for one episode or something. So
I love that. So we have options. Yes. Now tell me about Let Me Holla at You Podcast. I love that name and the spelling. Now, what is your co-host?
My co-host. Okay, so that show was my 3rd show.
Okay.
Because there's Tea Talk with Ty. That's my flagship show.
Okay.
That's award nominated. There's the Lies and Garbage show. That's award winning. And then there's Let Me Holla at You. That was the last one.
Ebonically speaking.
I
love that.
We've actually that one's in hiatus right now because I created that one with a friend that's like my brother. And we really wanted to have good conversations about everything Black culture.
I love that.
But we also wanted to talk about, because, we're around the same age group, and that age group of when people are getting divorced and trying to date again. So we wanted to give good conversations about those things. Well, the show was going very well, and then he fell in love and got married and had a baby, and he don't want to do the show no more.
Okay, yeah.
He's busy.
He's too busy.
He's too busy. Yeah. So, I'm in the process with that one of trying to figure out, do I want to get another co-host?
Yeah.
Because I get tired of having to do shows by myself.
Yeah.
But then it has to make sense.
Right. That's right. Yeah, make sense out of what you do. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
So we talk, Tea Talk. What's the other one?
The Lies and Garbage show.
Oh, okay. The names. The names, I love him.
Tea Talk was the most boring one because it was my first one and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. I got more creative as shows went on.
Yeah, this is good. And fun. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Now, so do you have any plans on teaching film or editing?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, marinate on that. I'll be your first student.
Yeah. My loctician has asked me. She keeps asking, like, what are you going to do? What do you want to teach? And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet.
You got options, okay?
But yeah, some basic stuff.
Yeah. Now, do you use Final Cut Pro for anything?
I do. I love Final Cut.
Tyeasha, we're gonna talk now.
I'm trying to learn. I have all the Adobe stuff.
Yeah.
Adobe is just.
Yeah, Adobe.
It's just so much outside of Lightroom, and Lightroom can still be kind of, but I was an intern for a company once, and I had to learn Adobe, and it's cool. I like it, but
it's a lot.
When you don't have time to sit here and tinker with things, you just, I don't know.
I thought about taking it at Central Piedmont.
Okay.
Notice what I said. Thought about it. I'm still thinking about it. But I do have Final Cut Pro. I just have not gotten to the gist of it.
I might take a class on Adobe. I think that would make sense because to me, it's not as intuitive as Final Cut.
Okay.
Because I think Final Cut kind of follows all the Apple things, and I'm an Apple girl, so all of it makes sense to me. Okay. But Adobe, I'm like, what does this mean?
Okay, you might feel foreign just a little bit,
right?
Now, this is a serious question.
Okay.
What would you have done different if you had to start over again? If anything,
I would have treated my business like a business and not a hobby.
Ooh, it's good. That's good, because we attended a conference and they talked about podcasting, and that was one of the things that they said. You are in the business of, and I think people with their businesses don't think like that. So you're right.
Yeah, especially if it's not, it's not paying all my bills. So it's not like, it's not a lifeline, if you will.
Right.
So I think for a long time, and I literally recorded a video about this that I've yet to post. I'm going to post it this week, about how that's not been, I've been a disservice to myself, and kept myself like held back because, like I said, it's not paying all my bills. So I've inadvertently treated it like a hobby. Like, well, I don't really have to promote, so I'm not going to. I don't really have to put this video out, so I don't have to. Like, it's done, it's tucked away in the arsenal, but I don't have to put it anywhere because,
it's different.
Yeah, it's so different. I would do that differently.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. Be serious about it. Be intentional.
I would have been further along if I had been more intentional and treating it like a business instead of an expensive hobby.
I love that. Expensive.
It's definitely an expensive hobby.
That's good stuff. Now, so how can the people find you?
You could find me I'm on all the social medias as I am Tye Wonder, and my personal ones, and I'd be prepared to laugh because I don't have a whole lot of sense. And then Tyeasha Productions on all of the social media platforms. I think I'm on all of them except for X.
Okay.
And I am at the home of Tyeasha Productions, 6047 Tyevola Street, Tyevola Road.
Yeah, Tyevola, yay, Charlotte, Queen City.
Yeah, and you could see me from I smiled. I passed by the other day. You can actually see my suite from the road because I have the LED lights, and you can see the LED lights.
I like that sign, Tyeasha. That's a nice sign, because that might have been why we whipped up in there.
Yeah, because it's the corner office. So when you're passing by, you can see the lights kind of flickering.
Yeah, she said at the main intersection, you guys. It's an easy find, but go on and Google now. Okay. And so now, to book a consultation, they can go through.
They can find me on social media, or they can go to my website. There's a booking, contact me.
So it's that website.
www.tyeachaproductions.com.
Okay, gotcha. Now, and also to book the podcast space, can they do it on your website? Okay, that's good. This is good. Now, I'm gonna tell you this here before I let you go. I hear motivational speaker. I hear it. I feel it. How do you feel about that?
I'm working on it.
Okay, see?
I didn't think I was until Tik Tok with Tye and the things that show. I describe it as my go person goes. I won't say go girl go, but it's my inspirational, motivational podcast with a lot of business tips in there.
Good.
And people have said, well, why don't you do speaking? And I have been doing some speaking and advocacy for domestic violence and veteran stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, you know what? It's time. Because we've been sitting on a lot of talent for too long.
That's right. Do it. Let's go.
Yes, this is the year. I can't keep sleeping on
myself. You hear me trying to sound like a Marine.
I love it. You said it with your whole chest too. I love it.
That's how I tell you, this has been a blessing.
Awesome.
And I wish you continued success on everything. I know we're going to be working together, collabing.
Absolutely.
And but you guys, for all of your audio and production needs, et cetera, podcasting, definitely reach out to my sister here. All right, family. I hope you were able to get all of that, to take it all in. But she is definitely local, not local, but famous around these parts.
Absolutely.
Y'all be blessed.